Kwam Yasharala. Peace, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give the glory, honor, and praise to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, rawchaa, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillstone that taught us this truth and stirred us well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, today's lesson is a divided nation agrees on one thing. Many people want a gun, right? As you can see from this picture, it's an Edomite selling guns, selling swords, right? Because a lot of people in this time is scared. This was posted October 27th, 2020 by Dion Searcy and Richard A. Opal Jr. Okay? Let's read the caption. Brandon Wexler, the owner of Wex Gunworks in Delray Beach, Florida, showing a gun to potential customers. Right? So in this time, you have a lot of people that are scared. You had an Edomite that was enjoying a nice Edomite lunch, possibly a cheese sandwich, okay? And a Black Lives Matter protest came by her. And you know how Edomite women are towards Jakes. These niggers, get them away from me. I'm fearing for my life, okay? So a divided nation agrees on one thing. Many people want a gun, okay? You got elections coming up next week. A lot of tension. You got the left hand, which is Antifa and Black Lives Matter. They're talking about doing something. You know, and you got the right hand on the Republican side. They're talking about popping shit too. You got the Proud Boys and white supremacist groups and militia groups threatening to kidnap governors. Okay? Let's get to it. A divided nation agrees on one thing. Many people want a gun. I have a few scriptures, but let's get to it. Gun buyers say they are motivated by a new destabilizing sense that this pushing them to purchase weapons for the first time, or if they already have them, to buy more. There's a lot of tensions running high, Israel. Chantilly, Virginia. Like many Americans, two women 1,000 miles apart are each anxious about uncertain state of the nation. Right? Their reasons are altogether different, but they have one common ground. And a sense of a sense of certainty in a recent purchase, a gun. My mother have called me because she want me to give her money for a gun. I told my mother our weapons are not carnal. She's not hearing it. She want me to give her money for a gun. Okay? Before I was in the truth, I have always been a gun owner. Me, personally. Even before I was in the truth. I have always owned rifles. I have always owned handguns. Okay? I have several now. Right? But that isn't the primary use on what I'm going to resort to. Okay? I was ignorant at the time, and I was buying up a whole bunch of guns because I like going to the range. And so what? Yahawashi had guns. But if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I mean, it is what it is. I do not live by the sword like you see most Edomites and most Americans. There is more guns than people in the United States. Why you think they haven't really ramped it up like that, like how they want to? You get what I'm saying? It is more guns than people that's registered in the US. That's just me being a gun owner and knowing about guns. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Our weapons are not carnal. It's only Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Those are our weapons. But you're not going off for having one. Okay? Second paragraph. Anne Marie Saccarato traced her purchase to the night she was eating dinner. This is that Edomite I was talking about. At a sidewalk restaurant not long ago in Delroy Beach, Florida. When Black Lives Matter march passed and her mind began to wander. Oh, those niggers. I have to protect myself. You know, white women matter, right? Let's go to the full article. It takes only one person to incite a riot. When emotions are high, she remembers thinking, right? That's what Edomites always do. What if the police are overpowered and can't control the crowd? Can't control Jake is what it is. Ashley Johnson in Austin, Texas worries about the images she's seen in past weeks of armed militias showing up to rallies and making plans to kidnap governors. The outcome of the election, she thinks, will be devastating for some people regardless of the winner, right? Because you got a lot of people on the left side saying they're going to do something on the Democrat side, and on the Republican side, they talking about doing something. So either way it go, it's going to be a pop fest. They're going to be popping up shit. You understand? Quote, maybe I'm just looking at the news too much, but there are hints of civil war depending on who wins, end quote. Miss Johnson said, quote, it's a lot to process, end quote. And it is a lot to process. Because if you got your spiritual glasses on, you will know that the prophecies is popping off like popcorn. Esau trying to chip your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? And if you say no, they're going to throw you in a FEMA camp. And in FEMA camps, there's guillotine. So your head going to be cut off. Damn, am I going to be a martyr? Damn, is it going to hurt when the blade come down on my head? And all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to process if you got your spiritual glasses on. But these Edomites and these 2/3 Jakes, they see what's going on. In America, spikes in gun purchases are often driven by fear. And usually, just off being a gun owner, gun prices are always ridiculous when it comes down to election time. That, especially when there's a Democrat running. Okay? There's always going to be a Democrat running. But if there's a high possibility that a Democrat is going to win, gun prices are at its all-time high because Democrats really want to take your guns away so they can do what the fuck they want to do in tyranny. Okay? And Babylon the Great. But in past years, that anxiety has centered on concerns that politicians will pass stricter gun controls. Because they always say that gun control is a big problem and people always want to shoot up shit and all of that. But really, those are staged events just so they can have a reason to take your damn guns away, man. Just so you don't have a reason to fight. But they make, because look, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If you trying to be in Esau's kingdom, we all know you need Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. But a necessity is having a sword, man. Because Esau gonna keep buying swords. They gonna keep buying them. And it's not me being carnal in no type of way. It's just like you having a car. Okay? Esau is known for killing your motherfucking ass. If that's your lot, that's your lot. But you gotta be prepared. Okay? You not going off for having a gun, man. Because your enemy has them. So let me guess, you just going to be not having nothing? Because the Yahawashi I know was making them. Scorched cords. Okay? Whooping ass. That's the Messiah that I know too. Play the low profile route, but you not going off for having a weapon. That ain't your primary source. Your primary source is Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay? That is mainly your weapon. Okay? But you're not going off for having them. Alright? You shouldn't be running to it the first thing that some shit pop off. Pray to the Most High. And if you are of the elect, you won't even have a reason to be using it. Because all of my weapons collect dust. I had an Edomite 3.5 months ago tried to blow my head off. Literally. While I wasn't looking. I could have been the next George Floyd. I could have been the next one of these guys. But I'm fully convinced in my full entirety that Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi and the angels are looking over me and watching over me. Because this is a true fucking story that I'm telling you. I could have got my head blown the fuck off at the Dollar General in Gurley, Alabama. You know? And this is true. About 3.5 months ago when I went and bought a new house. This shit could have happened though. He could have blew me and my wife's head the fuck off. My wife is a Jake. My wife is Ephraim. So he mad that we together. And he like these niggers, spicks. And tried to blow me and my wife's head off while we wasn't looking. And I knew he had a gun too. I didn't have shit on me. I walked past this dude like he wasn't shit. Like I know your bitch ass ain't gonna do nothing. You fucking devil. I was that convinced. And I had faith that I knew this bitch ass nigga wasn't gonna do shit. And he had a Colt 1911 4.5, nigga. He could have blew my motherfucking top back. So I know that Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi is our weapon. I didn't have shit. We were just going to the house to go buy something. You know what I'm saying? We went to the damn Dollar General to go get a little mop, you know what I'm saying? Little cleaning supplies. You know how you do when you go buy a new house. You gonna buy some new shit, go ahead, clean it up. You know, you already know what you do to a new house, man. But my motherfucking muffin cap could have got peeled back blue. You get what I'm saying, dog? So our weapons are not carnal. So let's go back. In America, second paragraph, spikes in gun purchases are often driven by fear. But in past years, that anxiety has centered on concerns that politicians will pass stricter gun controls. Mass shootings often prompt more gun sales for that reason. Those staged, false flag, gun issues, gun situations, right? As do elections of liberal Democrats. Many gun buyers now are saying they are motivated by a new destabilizing sense that is pushing even people who had considered themselves anti-gun to buy weapons for the first time. Just like my mother. My mom, like, begging me to buy her a damn gun. She 1,000 miles away from me, and she want me to send her money to go buy a motherfucking gun, bro. Because she not in the truth, and she see what's going on. I've been telling her, she not trying to hear the shit. And now all of a sudden, she is seeing it in fruition, and she's seeing this manifesting. And the first thing she resort to is a damn gun. Okay? And I know you got family members too that's, a little hot in the seat, and they like, oh, damn, what the fuck? They don't know what to do. And people who already have them to buy more. Right. You got Esau that look, you only got two hands. Esau buying some more toys. Because they call their guns toys. They buying some more toys. Okay? The nation is on track in 2020 to stockpile at record rates according to groups that track background checks from FBI data. Because you got to run, every time you buy a gun, you got to fill out a 4479. And that 4479 goes straight to the FBI and they run your name to make sure if you ain't a fucking psycho or some shit like that, right? Which 9 times out of 10 people be psychos, but they lie on the fucking paperwork. But they run your name through the FBI. So that means that if you get a delay on your weapon, that means that either you have a name that is common, or you got maybe a misdemeanor from back in the day and shit, and then that's how you get a delay. Like, you got to come back in 10 days to get your weapon. Like, you can't just walk out of the store soon as you buy that mug, right? Across the country, Americans bought 15.1 guns in the 7 months this year from March through September, a 91% leap from the same period in 2019. Whoo! That's a lot of guns. According to seasonally adjusted firearm sales estimates from The Trace, a nonprofit news organization that focuses on gun issues, the FBI has also processed more background checks for gun purchases in just the first 9 months in 2020 than it has for any previous full year, FBI data show. FBI data shows sales spikes earlier this year as virus fears spread. Okay, so this damn wrong got people real disoriented. Okay? Wrong. All right? And sharp increases in sales are seemingly occurring everywhere. The states, the lowest jump in sales in September, for example, were Alaska and North Dakota, each up about 1/3 compared with September 2019. So people buying hella straps. Just like, what they say, it's strap season. States with the largest gains included Michigan, up to 198% over September 2019. New Jersey, up 180% according to the estimates by The Trace. It's difficult to know exactly who is buying guns at any certain time in America because it's so much, because it's a high volume. Like I just told you, it's more guns than people on this motherfucker. Okay? Gun shop owners, gun rights groups, and gun lobbying groups said they were now selling more weapons than usual to black shoppers and to women in particular. So you Jake Eves are buying more weapons than Jake males. And more weapons to first-time gun owners generally. My mother showed me she got her little gun owner shit. She got her little license. And my mother's scary. She's scary as hell and she play it safe. She do not play that shit. She do not like the gun thing. I was surprised she got her license. I was surprised. I was like, damn. The year 2020 has been just one long advertisement for why someone may want to have a firearm to defend themselves, said Douglas Jefferson, the vice president for the National African American Gun Association, which has seen the biggest increase in membership this year since the group was formed in 2015. The influx of new guns in American homes is troubling at a time when many people are under incredible stress over jobs and spikes in coronavirus cases. I keep trying to tell you that the news is trying to fearmonger and they trying to push this vaccine and all this other silly ass shit. I keep trying to tell y'all that. They trying to push that. They want that shit to be number one so they can have a reason to chip you, okay? So they'll falsify numbers, they'll boost up numbers, and they'll just straight falsify shit, okay? Said Chris Brown, who is president of the Bradley Center to Prevent Gun Violence, who noted that suicide and domestic violence are on the rise. On the issue of gun control, the divide has long been partisan. Concealed carry laws, bans on high-capacity magazines. So this is anything over 30 rounds. This is anything that's a double-stack weapon. So if you got a pistol that's a double-stack, like a double-stack means that the bullets is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Kind of like a diagonal, like it goes down in the clip. A single stack is when it's one on top of each other. So there's going to be a ban on high-capacity magazines, man. Right? And allowing teachers to carry guns at school. And on my gun license, it specifically say I can't go nowhere near a school or on school property, even in a movie theater, over a certain amount of people with a firearm. So now that is on the back of my license. So that means that if I violate that, I catch a gun charge. So now they're saying that teachers can carry guns at school, have split many Republicans from Democrats. So now this is gonna be legal. A Pew Research Center survey in 2017 found that Republicans and independents who lean on Republicans were more than twice as likely as Democrat and independents who lean on Democratic to own a gun. Right? But when it comes down to gun ownership, there's something uniquely American that crossed the party affiliation, and social boundaries, leaving liberals and conservatives josting for ammunition because they want to brace for what comes next. And there's already a gun ban. I got people that I know that's gun owners as well, and they actually shut down the boxes of ammo you can buy. But you get the drift. The shit finna hit the fan, okay? You got a lot of brothers that ain't gonna read as far as how I'm gonna read, because some don't own guns, some do, but You know, I was a big gun guy before I got into truth, man. So I know a little bit more about weapons than a lot of Jake. But yeah. I got a couple scriptures I'm gonna read from, okay? But our weapons are not carnal. Only Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, okay? Our weapons are not carnal. Alright? So let's go to a few scriptures and we'll close. I got Isaiah 44:6. Thus saith the Lord, King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. Right? This is talking about Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. I am the first, and I am the last. And beside me, there is no God. And who as I shall call and shall declare it and set it in order for me, and since I appointed the ancient people, and the things that are coming and shall come, let them show unto them. Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have not I told thee have I not told thee from that time, and have declared it? Ye are even my witnesses. Is there a God beside me? Yea, there is no God. I know not any. Okay? So it's only Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi up there, man. So all that Buddha and all that dumbass shit, no. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32:39. This speaks off my situation. And even yours might be. See now that I, even I am he, there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal, neither there is any that can deliver you out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever, the Ancient of Days. Okay? Simple and plain. 2 Ezra 15:9. Let's go to 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread for a great tribulation. We know what that means. Jacob's trouble is on his way. Famine is on his way. Civil unrest is on his way. Lord willing, we are a part of that number to become saved and delivered. And on that note, we on the next one. Shalom.